In today's video, we're talking about something few people are brave enough to name: how narcissistic abuse blocks your abundance, and how to reclaim what's always been yours, your birthright. This isn't just about healing emotional wounds, it's about reclaiming your power, your identity, and your ability to create a life of peace, purpose, and prosperity. And I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do just that step by step. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, I'm Tamie M. Joyce, empowerment life coach and creator of the Ascension class, my transformational coaching program designed specifically to help you shift your identity, heal your money mindset, and master the law of attraction. If you're ready to stop playing small and you know it's time to become the you were always meant to be, you can learn more about how to work with me by applying for a free one-on-one consultation by clicking on the link in the description below this video. They stole your light. They taught you to doubt yourself and your personal power. And somewhere along the way, you stopped believing you could be, do, and have what you actually desire, what you deserve. You stopped believing you could be, do, and have more. Why? Well, to begin with, let's start with what narcissistic abuse really is. It's not just someone being manipulative or toxic. It's a systematic unraveling of your identity. It's gaslighting, control, and invalidation, at the very least. It's the deliberate creation of a chronic state of confusion, insecurity, and inferiority until you no longer trust your own thoughts, feelings, or even your own reality. You start shrinking just to survive. You stop shining so they feel comfortable. You build walls of people-pleasing and self-abandonment because the cost of being fully yourself is just too high. And over time, you lose your sense of self. That is, if you ever had one. For those of us who were raised in narcissistically abusive families, it can take us decades to even begin to figure out who we actually are. I want you to think back to a time where you made yourself smaller just to keep the peace. A moment where you felt yourself dimming, maybe without even realizing it. And for the record, that wasn't weakness. That was a survival strategy. One you probably learned so long ago, you don't even realize you're doing it. It's automatic. Whether it was a parent, a partner, a sibling, or a boss, narcissistic abuse conditions you to prioritize someone else's comfort over your own, including your own truth, dignity, and integrity. You begin to equate success with silence. But here's the thing, the deeper cost. When you abandon your voice, your desires, and your inner truth long enough, your nervous system begins to interpret authenticity as danger. So, when opportunities for more abundance arrive, be it love, money, or expansion in some way, your body might literally reject these opportunities. You say no to what you actually want, not because you're not ready or not worthy, but because your system still believes it's not safe to receive. And all of this happens subconsciously. So, what does all of this have to do with abundance? Everything. Abundance doesn't live in fear. It doesn't respond to shame. It can't thrive in environments where you're disconnected from your truth, your authentic self. And no matter who's doing the abusing, narcissistic abuse teaches you some fundamental things. Like, for example, I can't trust myself. I don't deserve more. If I shine too brightly, I'll be punished. If I ask for what I want or need, or dare speak the truth, I'll be rejected and abandoned. And if I set a boundary, I'll be attacked. Moreover, I'll be blamed, shamed, and criticized for the attack. Now, these subconscious beliefs are like energetic viruses running silently in the background on subconscious autopilot, blocking wealth, healthy love, opportunities, and peace from flowing into your life. So, with all of that said, let's get specific. Here are 4 core ways narcissistic abuse blocks your abundance. Number 1, identity suppression. You were trained to be the version of you that keeps the peace, that doesn't speak up, that plays small. The true you, the bold, powerful, creative, abundant version, was not safe in that environment. So you buried those qualities. You buried your true self. But a buried identity equals buried abundance. Why? Well, because abundance responds to authenticity and confidence, belief, faith, and trust. Self-trust in particular. And someone whose true identity has been suppressed is not operating from a place of self-trust. And that's a problem. Number 2, subconscious scarcity beliefs. Narcissists instill the belief that love, attention, and approval are conditional, and that there's never enough to go around. That belief shows up everywhere. Like, for example, I have to prove my worth. Money is hard. If I succeed, I'll lose people. I'll be rejected or abandoned. When I do have or receive, I have to give it all away as quickly as possible. I quite literally have to get rid of it, that sort of thing. And so you begin to believe that safety comes from self-sacrifice as opposed to genuine, soul-aligned self-expression and magnetic attraction. I've worked with many clients who have made multiple 6 and 7 figures, but couldn't keep any of it because deep down, they didn't feel worthy of holding the wealth. I've worked with people who have done and created incredible things, but then sabotaged their own success. Not because what they created was wrong, but because the version of themselves that could receive that level of success hadn't been fully activated. They couldn't hold it because they didn't hold the codes. Scarcity is sneaky. It sounds like, I don't need that much. It's not the right time. Let me just get one more certification. Let me do just one more thing or many more things before I can feel worthy and deserving of receiving and holding the good that is actually my birthright. And all of that is simply subconscious self-protection. It's the residue of narcissistic wounding, and it will quietly choke your abundance until you name it and clear it permanently. Number 3, nervous system dysregulation. Living under chronic emotional stress wires your body to stay in survival mode. And let me be clear, you cannot manifest and create your best life while living in survival mode. Your nervous system has to feel safe, safe enough to receive, to hold, to rest, and expand. Healing the trauma isn't optional. It's the foundation of being able to consistently manifest and attract abundance in every area of your life. Number 4, energetic misalignment. You may be doing all the right things, like, for example, journaling, vision boards, affirmations, and so on. But if your energy is still rooted in fear, doubt, or unworthiness, you're out of alignment. And abundance is energetic. It flows when you're clear, anchored, and open to receive. An energetic match to what you're calling in. As long as you're out of alignment, it can't happen. Here's the biggest lie the narcissistic abuse you have endured has taught you. That you are broken, that you are too much or not enough, that your power is dangerous, that your needs are a burden. But here's the truth. Your power was never the problem. It was a threat. And now it's the key. Learning how to properly reclaim your power will literally give you the keys to the kingdom. Here's what no one told you when you were being manipulated, gaslit, and dismissed. The way you see the world, that deep empathic wisdom, it's a gift. Your sensitivity is not your weakness. It's your radar, your superpower. Narcissists target those who are powerful because they see something in you that you maybe haven't seen in yourself yet. They confuse you so you don't rise. They control you so you don't leave. And they shame you so you never speak up. But that ends now. This journey of reclamation isn't about fighting them. It's about coming home to yourself. You don't need to become someone new. You need to return to who you were before you were taught to abandon yourself. That's what true healing really is. Now, let's shift into how you reclaim what's yours by divine birthright. Here are the core steps I walk clients through in the Ascension class. Number 1, identity activation. You shed the old roles, the mask, the protective layers, the old, outdated survival strategies, the versions of you you had to become to survive the dysfunctional dynamics you found yourself in. And you begin anchoring into who you really are. I guide you to rewrite your internal story, from having been victimized in the past to conscious creator of your future, living your life by design. Number 2, reality creation. We reprogram the subconscious patterns, specifically the ones sabotaging your peace, your prosperity, and your purpose. We align your thoughts, beliefs, and energy with the version of you who already has what you desire. Because that version of you, they already exist. They're already within you. You just have to learn how to lead your life from that place. Learning to let go of the old codependent false persona and learn to embody the truth of who you are, who you have always been, who you were always meant to be. Number 3, financial empowerment. Now, friends, this isn't just about money. It's about safety, sovereignty, and self-worth. You heal your relationship with money and finally start to receive at a whole new level without guilt, fear, or shame. You step into overflow and you stay there. Not because you worked harder, but because you finally became aligned for real. Number 4, embodied empowerment. Now, this is about holding your power consistently, speaking your truth, setting clean and clear boundaries, walking with clarity and confidence even when it's hard. You don't just feel better, you become unavailable for anything that is less than alignment. One client came to me after decades of overgiving and complete burnout. She had a very successful business on the outside, but inside, she was exhausted, resentful, and secretly doubting herself every day. After just a few weeks inside the Ascension class, she learned how to reset her energetic standards. She rewrote her money story, and within a month, she attracted her most aligned and abundant client ever. Another client had been financially and emotionally entangled in a narcissistic relationship for years. She felt too afraid to leave, too disempowered to start over. But through the identity work that we do in Pillar 1 and the tools I teach in the rest of the program, she created an exit plan, cleared her energy, and stepped into full sovereignty for the first time in her adult life. This isn't surface level healing. This is transformation from the inside out. If you've been wondering why you've plateaued, if you're pouring your heart into healing but still feel stuck, if no matter what you do, real prosperity and abundance still feels out of reach, this is your reminder. You are not broken. You are not too late. And you're not alone. You're just ready. ready to rise, ready to reclaim, ready to remember who you are. And if you're ready to do that work, I'd love to walk with you. You can join me inside the Ascension class where we take this journey together at your pace with all the tools you need in order to activate your next level. Click the link in the description below this video to apply for a free one-on-one consultation call, and we can discuss your options, where you're at, and where you want to go. Because your abundance isn't just possible, it's waiting for you to claim it. The truth is, you've already survived so much. You've proven your strength in silence and confusion and frustration. Now it's time to prove it in power. You get to decide. This ends with you. You reclaim the pen. You rewrite the narrative and the new story. It's one where you are the victor. You live in alignment and peace and confidence. It's one where your needs actually matter, where your desires are valid, where your abundance really begins to flow. And I would be so honored to walk beside you as you write it. It's time now. And with that, I'm going to call it a wrap. But before I go, how can Tamie M Coaching help you? Well, 4 ways. Number 1, subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell to make sure you get my new video every Friday. Number 2, watch my free web class by clicking on the link in the description below. You'll learn about my personal journey and professional experience through decades of research specific to healing and recovery from codependency and narcissistic abuse. You'll also learn about some powerful strategies that you can begin to use today. Number 3, if you're not sure where to start, but you want to come and learn from my team and I, and you'd like to be supported by a stellar community of like-minded people who are focused on solutions that actually work, you can learn more about my transformational coaching programs by going to TamieMCoaching.com and clicking on programs and reviews for all the details. And number 4, if you want some help right now because you have a burning issue, you need something solved, you want to break free from painful relationship patterns permanently and actually make lasting progress in your healing and recovery, go to TamieMCoaching.com and click on Apply Now to learn how you can become my client.